We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Baltimore's population continues to shrink, and some wonder if the city council should too. How Baltimore compares to other big cities and why some critics think more council people means more chaos. Still, no movement in a bill backed by Ivan Bates. The city state's attorney is pushing for a hearing, but one delegate says that is not a good idea. And the Board of Estimates approves the disciplinary recommendations toward the New Jersey contracting company called Metra. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin this morning in a city in crisis. With less than a month left in this year's legislative session, the clock is ticking for lawmakers to pass legislation addressing the crime crisis. Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates is pushing legislation that would raise the maximum penalty for offenders from 3 years to 5 years across the board. Olivia Dance joins us with more on where this bill stands. Olivia?
For weeks, there's been no movement, but the Senate Rules Committee moved the legislation out, so now it's being sent to another committee for further debate. The bill was heard only one time in the House Judiciary Committee, and Ivan Bates is asking the committee chair to hold a vote, but so far that hasn't happened yet.
What's the delay in this piece of legislation moving forward?
There are a large number of issues that we've had to deal with in the committee this year. We'll know more later this week, by probably Thursday at the very latest.
The Senate version of the bill, sponsored by Baltimore City Democrat Corey McCray, is coming out of the Rules Committee after more stalling. Despite a hearing not yet scheduled for the bill, Senate President Bill Ferguson is confident in the path for the concept of the bill, but not the bill itself.
I feel very confident that the issue itself, whether or not it's that specific bill, but the issue itself will get a vote this year in the Senate.
Does that mean the language could potentially be attached to another piece of legislation?
It could be. We'll just have to see sort of as things move forward.
While lawmakers look through the bill's concept, it will soon be a mad dash the final day of session to get anything to Governor Moore. Monday is crossover day, which is the self-imposed deadline for bills to be sent to the other chamber for debate. If crossed over, there's a higher chance of getting the legislation through. But of course, it's not a guarantee. And if a bill doesn't make it by crossover day, then it can still get done if there's motivation to do so. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Happening now, the Board of Estimates approves the disciplinary recommendations for a New Jersey company that is accused of failing to abide by city procurement rules. You're taking a live look of that Board of Estimates meeting. The board expected to look at a report from the Minority and Women's Business Opportunity Office and Comptroller Bill Henry that said this is the first time that they have received a report like this since 2019. The Minority and Women's Business Opportunity Office is recommending that the board rescind several things, including Metra's eligibility to provide the city with goods or services for 2 years. In the past, Metra has also been accused of failing to pay their subcontractors. 11:03, here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, the FBI raids the home of Governor Larry Hogan's former chief of staff, Roy McGrath, after he failed to show up at his federal trial Monday. There is now a wanted poster for him. Authorities tell Fox 45 News there is a multi-state, multi-agency investigation underway, and the FBI is involved. McGrath was scheduled to fly from Florida to Baltimore Sunday night and meet his attorney at the courthouse Monday. He is accused of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from the state while working for the Maryland Environmental Service. Trending number two, Maryland Senate Republicans are pushing the Violent Firearm Offenders Act, which would increase fines and prison time for gun offenders. The bill did not advance past the committee hearing yesterday. Fox 45 News continues to press lawmakers about the bill. Well, that brings us to our question of the day, having some technical difficulty there. Do you think that what Republicans call the soft-on-crime approach from Annapolis is right for Maryland? So far, 99% of those who have voted say no. You can head to foxbaltimore.com/vote to weigh in. Trending number 3, Anne Arundel County Police make an arrest in an August 2022 homicide in Severn. 18-year-old Vinay Lewis has been charged with the murder of Naeem Addison. Police say the victim was seated inside his car when he was shot. They do believe it was a targeted incident. Lewis was 17 at the time of the killing and now faces 8 charges, including first and second-degree murder and possessing a firearm as a minor. Trending number 4, the MTA will temporarily hold traffic tomorrow in both directions on the Francis Scott Key Bridge and the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. It's happening because ships will be carrying 3 large cranes. So traffic on the Key Bridge will be stopped at around 9:30 for about 15 to 30 minutes to allow them to pass. And then traffic on the Bay Bridge will be stopped at about 1:30 p.m. for about 15 to 30 minutes. If you would like updates on the delays, you can follow the Maryland Transportation Authority. Trending number 5, today marks the start of the new league year. So that means at 4 o'clock today, Lamar Jackson will be open for business. There is a catch. Since it is a non-exclusive franchise tag placed on the Ravens MVP quarterback, the Ravens will get a chance to match any offer. They could also let Jackson walk and get 2 first-round draft picks. They could always do the tag and trade, or they could reach the desired long-term deal. That deadline is mid-July. Or Jackson's going to play under the tag this season with the Ravens. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. An ordinary takeout delivery gone wrong. Why the driver took off with the customer's food after seeing the tip. That's coming up. President Joe Biden is doing whatever it takes to stop the nationwide gun control crisis, the mixed reaction he's receiving on social media. And one NBA trailblazer is disappointed in the changes the league is making. After the break, why Damian Lillard is no longer a fan of the direction that basketball is heading.
And we are looking at a cool afternoon as temperatures reach the upper 40s and low 50s. It's also going to be breezy at times. I'll let you know when the winds die down and what to expect for the rest of the week coming up in my full forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
It is cold and blustery here at home, but we could be covered in snow like they are up north. I guess there's that. Meteorologist Jasmine Lomax is taking a look at the worst weather in America, and that looks awful, Jasmine.
Yeah, it is pretty awful, especially when you look at the totals. 32 to 36 inches of snow. Just look at how much snow is on top of this car. The photo is, while beautiful, it looks like whoever's in that home would be trapped inside for a few days before all of that snow starts to clear. And there's that picture of the snow over the car. A lot of snow for parts of New York and part of New England as well, as they dealt with that nor'easter. That's what led to a few flurries here yesterday and those breezy conditions. We're still dealing with windy conditions outside, and you will notice that once you step outdoors. It'll feel a little bit cooler with the winds factored in, but we'll have plenty of sunshine to enjoy today. Over Baltimore, temperatures sit at 42. However, with those winds out of the west-northwest around 25 miles per hour factored in, it only feels like it's 32 degrees. It still feels like it's freezing, and that wind chill will be a factor all day long. As we take a look across the state, we're mainly seeing the 30s and 40s. Oakland is our outlier at 19 degrees, but mostly sunny skies across the state. It'll be a much quieter day, but still dealing with breezy conditions at times. We're seeing winds around 20, 30 miles per hour right now, and the gusts are even higher. That's the main thing that we have today, but otherwise, not too much happening. As we head into the afternoon, we'll have plenty of sunshine. Then overnight, the cold air returns as we drop to near freezing temperatures. We'll wake up to mostly cloudy skies. Then into the afternoon, we'll have more sunshine as our temperatures reach the 50s and 60s. We're finally talking a nice spring-like warm-up. But then once we head into Friday, we've got the next weather maker on the way. That's going to lead to the chance for showers impacting your weekend plans. The rain continues overnight and then into Saturday. After that, we've got a nice and dry day on Sunday, and we stay dry into the upcoming work week. We're looking at a high today of around 51 with plenty of sunshine. 62 and above average tomorrow, 64 with showers on St. Patrick's Day. Then over the weekend, temperatures start to fall. 52 for the first day of spring, and after that, we stay in the 50s. Back to you.
We want to see your weather pictures. Scan the QR code on your screen, and that will take you to foxbaltimore.com/chime-in, where you can upload your pictures and videos. It's powered by Stackla. 11:11 now, and taking a look at your social stream, President Joe Biden went viral on Twitter after he made yet another call for Congress to enact an assault weapons ban across the United States. Biden tweeted on Tuesday, "It's time for Congress to ban assault weapons," but this is not the first time he's demanded that the U.S. ban assault weapons. In a speech earlier this month, Biden said that he would ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. It was also a topic during his State of the Union address, after which he received heated criticism from female gun owners. This is what you're saying about it on social media today. It's time to get rid of the Second Amendment. We repealed prohibition, the 18th Amendment. We can repeal the Second Amendment. And nothing stops a criminal with a gun faster than not having one in the first place. Another one saying, "This country was fine when we had an assault weapons ban before, and it will be fine after." Wesley College currently accepts women and those who identify as women as students. But students just voted to expand the college's admissions to include transgender men and all non-binary people, regardless of their assigned gender at birth. The referendum they voted on is non-binding, but it does mean that it will now be presented to the board of directors. The topic has created tense debate between students and top administrators at the college, which have resisted the move. A lot of discussion on social media about it. So Wesley is now like every other co-ed with the admission of trans women. Why identify as a women's college when you have biological men enrolled? That's one take on it. Another, let them. And when it goes wrong, they only have themselves to blame. A former NBA star is saying he doesn't like the direction the league is taking. Portland Trailblazer superstar Damian Lillard admitted that he's not a fan of how much the association has changed since his rookie year. On J.J. Redick's Old Man and the Three podcast, Lillard said younger players have now become entitled due to a lack of veteran presence and often are being given the keys to the franchise the second they get drafted. One person responding to that saying, "That's the world, bro, not just the NBA." Another, "That's correct, totally bogus." Well, it is time to take caution in the kitchen. After the break, foods you need to be on the lookout before you eat them. The federal government's bailout after the collapse of two banks ignited controversy. Has trust been lost in the banking system? That's coming up. 11:14 now on Fox 45 News Midday. We are back with a live look over the inner harbor. How pretty that looks. It is a sunny day today, but with blustery wind gusts between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Still not as strong as yesterday. The federal government's rescue of two banks has led to finger pointing over what caused the collapse. And now there are concerns about what the modern day relationship between the federal government and banks will look like. National correspondent Christine Frizzell has a look at whether this was a taxpayer bailout.
An emergency rescue in a sea of unknowns, with what was for many a collective sigh of relief following the announcement the federal government would step in to help in response to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and later Signature Bank.
There are many people who are living paycheck to paycheck, and if this was delayed any further, I can't imagine what the ramifications for a lot of those folks would be.
President Joe Biden insisting the action would boost trust in the banking system and was not a bailout.
No losses will be borne by the taxpayers. Instead, the money will come from the fees that banks pay into the Deposit Insurance Fund.
But some in Washington sounding alarm bells. Senator Josh Hawley vowing to introduce legislation to prevent banks from passing on new fees to customers. In a tweet insisting, no way Missouri customers are paying for a, quote, woke bailout. Others blaming Congress and former President Trump for weakening regulations on small to mid-sized banks, which in turn emboldened the CEOs.
They decided to load up on risk. And why? They loaded up on risk because it made their banks more profitable, and that meant it made them have higher salaries.
In this case, depositors were protected, while shareholders and executives were not. So it wasn't a bailout in the traditional sense. Still, concerns are running high that knowing these banks were saved will signal to others that their deposits as well will be protected and guaranteed by the federal government.
This is the first thing I talk to my students about, this idea of moral hazard, that because you behaved badly this first time and then someone comes to rescue you, then the likelihood of you behaving badly again just goes up that much higher.
Calls for a balanced approach remain of instilling trust in the system as a whole and not returning to a time of too big to fail or too small to survive. In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell.
Coming up later today on Fox 45 News at 4, a citywide ban on gas-powered leaf blowers. The reaction tonight to a council member's controversial proposal. Then at 5, the NFL league year opens today, which means Lamar Jackson can officially talk with other teams. We're going to break down the latest on his contract situation. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Now to today's talking point. You may want to be a little cautious in the kitchen and make sure that your groceries are clean. The 2023 Shopper's Guide to Pesticides in Produce is out, and strawberries and spinach own the top 2 slots in their so-called dirty dozen. Kale came in 3rd place. Health officials say exposure to food with pesticides could potentially be harmful, especially for pregnant women and children. The researchers say if you can't buy organic, pesticide-free fruits and vegetables, it's important to properly wash those food items. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now, and the top 3 on the list are the top 3 of my refrigerator. So
right.
Do you wash your, are you in the habit of regularly washing your fruits and stuff for you?
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm the person who really does try to get organic, and I really do try to wash them. But it can be frustrating because you start to read different things, and they'll even say that a lot of times the organic things say that they're organic, but they're not really organic, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we were out, I won't name the place, but I remember we were out at a place, and I asked one of our hits in the morning out at one of these farms, and he was like, no, we don't worry about that. But I was like, the cancer-causing effects. He was like, well, it doesn't hurt the fruits or vegetables. It hurts the people who are picking them. I was like, wait a minute.
Right. So none of what they were saying is good.
Yeah, wait a minute. It didn't hurt the. Okay. Yeah. It's very scary. It's very scary.
Now, do you go so far because they have the solutions that you can buy to clean the fruit and do that scrubbing, or is it a good just water washing for you?
When there's money in the bank, I get the fancy schmancy, cleaners, and all the process. When not, I just basically eat it off the ground. So
and pray, kiss it up to God.
Right.
Here we go. All right, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks.
Tax season might have gotten just a little bit easier. Coming up, how a new AI software is helping out during the hectic season. And you can be part of your own Disney princess movie. Next, the home that is now up for sale and the hefty price. And coming up later tonight at 8, it's Sesame Street night on an all-new Masked Singer. Then at 9, it's an all-new Farmer Wants a Wife. And at 10, Fox 45 News at 10, followed by Fox 45 News Late Edition. 11:21 now on Fox 45 News Midday. $11:24. Don't miss this. Some popular mid-size SUVs don't protect passengers in the back seat too well. That's according to a new crash test conducted by the Institute for Highway Safety. Of the 13 mid-size SUV models examined, 6 received poor ratings for protecting rear passengers. They're the Hyundai Palisade, Honda Pilot, Jeep Grand Cherokee, Mazda CX-9, Jeep Wrangler 4-door, and Nissan Murano. According to the Institute, the risk of a deadly injury for passengers in the backseat is 46% higher compared to passengers in the front seat. AI may soon be able to help you with your taxes. OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, announced its new model on Tuesday, GPT-4. The company says the new AI can solve harder problems with greater accuracy, including being able to reason, understand images, and even do taxes. Those interested in trying out the new software can subscribe to ChatGPT Plus for $20 a month. Have $9 million? You can live out the Princess Diaries life if you do. The home that appeared in the Princess Diary movies is now listed for almost $9 million. Located in San Francisco, the house was actually the high school of the main character, played by Anne Hathaway. The 100-year-old home features 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It even includes an elevator, a full-sized roof deck, and a lower-level private garage. Very pretty. Well, now to your lunch break. The sandwich is a staple of American lunchtime meals, but according to research, it is also the leading source of sodium in our diets. The Wall Street Journal has tips on how you can continue to eat sandwiches in a healthier way. Switching from white bread to whole wheat or grain can prevent blood sugar spikes and keep you full for longer. You can also cut sodium by swapping out red deli meat slices for fresh steak or maybe chicken breast. And instead of cheese, add vegetables like tomato and lettuce for extra fiber and nutrients. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark is back to tell us what they're working on. Mark.
That's right, Patrice. Thanks so much. A typical DoorDash order gone wrong. The customer leaves a reasonable tip, but the driver ends up taking their food. We'll talk about that coming up on Be More Lifestyle next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Realty Queen India Whitlock and meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. What's going on, everybody?
What's up? Happy Hump Day.
It feels like Charlie's Angels. Let me tell you right now. A DoorDash driver refused to give a man his food after he only tipped her $8 for a delivery. The man seemingly left a measly tip when she went on a 12.5-mile trip for the food. The woman then claimed that she was going to return the food and began to leave. The driver's trip took her about 40 minutes. According to the customer, the drive should have taken her only 15 to 20 minutes. Oh. Okay, India, your thoughts. Who's right, who's wrong?
I think he is wrong. Because if you coming out 20, 40 minutes to give me a $5 meal, at least give me something. Better than $8. Or we're going to eat together on your table.
Lady T.
Listen, an $8 tip is a good tip. You better not take my food back. I will be chasing after you. We will be on cops together, baby. Okay? You will not take my food back with you. Who do you think you are?
Okay, well, let's break the tie. Jasmine, what do you think?
Oh, my goodness. The DoorDash person was totally in the wrong. I mean, if you're going to pick up food, you know, you have the choice to say, no, I'm not going to do this. Someone else could have done it. You decided, yes, I'll go pick it up. $8 tip, that's a good tip.
That's good. So, I can barely afford that. $8. My range is $2 to $3 tip. Okay.
Well, you forget India's a millionaire, so, you know. Now we want you to tell her, would you leave a small tip if your takeout order arrived late? Vote on our website now, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. And you know how we do it. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. If you are a shoe and apparel enthusiast, I can't say it, there's a good chance boozy buying could seriously drain your wallet. According to the Finder survey, roughly 70% of Americans shop while under the influence of alcohol and spend about $390 each, totaling $14 billion over the last 12 months. Okay, boozy buying. Okay, I get it now. Okay, so have you guys ever boozy bought, Lady T?
Of course. I think I do this just about every day.
Really?
Wait, the booze or the buying? Because I was like, I think I do it just about every day.
Really? The boozy?
But you know what you get? I feel like we find better deals. Even when, you know, sometimes the deals don't even look right, honestly, with the booze.
I'm sorry, Jasmine, do you boozy buy?
Absolutely not. That sounds like a disaster in the making. No, I sober buy. And I find all my deals while I'm sober. I'm very frugal.
Okay, India, do you boozy buy?
I don't boozy buy because I'm always on Retail Me Not looking for some coupons.
Oh, yes.
To get something for 15, 20, 30, or 40% off.
Yeah,
so absolutely
it's the come through with Retail Me Not. Like, that's the real come through. But I
don't
agree.
boozy buy because, again, the wallet ain't like that no more. According to the new survey, more than 1 in 10 Americans believe there will be a zombie apocalypse one day. Now, but do you live in a state that is most likely to survive it? According to the survey, Wyoming is the readiest to take on The Walking Dead. California is the least ready, and Maryland is ranked 30th. Let me tell you something. I go down south every year. The South is ready for the zombies. Now, I mean, South Carolina is ready for the zombies. India, are you ready for are you going to try to sell the zombies some homes?
Absolutely. Come right on in.
Lady T, are you ready for the zombies?
Yes, I've been ready. I watched every season of The Walking Dead, and I feel like the training that I've been under, the tutelage that I've been under, under The Walking Dead and watching the Will Smith movies, I feel like I know what to do, honestly. So, yeah, but why Wyoming is #1? That's a little shocking to me. But it do sound like a couple of zombies already live in Wyoming, to be honest. It sounds like a state that deserves it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird.
Well, we all can agree that Jasmine would be eating just like that if the zombie...
You think so? No, I would protect you, Jazz.
Thank you. I appreciate
I can't see you fighting off a zombie.
I would just say, dummy, sign here.
No, we ride or die. I protect you, Jazz.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm just saying, I don't want to bring this on to you, Jazz, but I think Lady T could defend herself. I think India's fast and small, short.
Yeah,
and then Jazz, I don't know.
You know, the zombies need to know the weather. I mean, that affects them every single day. So they can't harm me.
I don't see them checking the TV for that. But Jasmine used to dance, so I know she got quick feet. Jasmine used to dance, and you know them dancers got quick feet, so I know she up in here. She's gonna be battle. You might battle the zombies, but that's about it. I feel like you got this.
Hopefully we'll never have to find out, ladies. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Okay, organ donation could change someone's life forever. Still ahead, we'll introduce you to someone who received the gift of life. And stretching your dollars is top of mind for many people these days. Next, an idea that will help you save time and money in today's America's Steals and Deals. Coming up.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
For most families, laundry never seems to end. Lifestyle expert Genevieve Gorder is here with a clever idea that will save you money and time. See what she's discovered in America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
Hey everybody, I have something today that cuts down your cleaning time and saves you money in the laundry room. Who doesn't want that? This is Woolsey's dryer balls. They are amazing and they're made of 100% pure New Zealand wool. No fillers, no additives, no chemicals. Thank you. And the best part is these last for up to 1,000 loads of laundry. Seriously, this is such a smart money-saving product. So if you don't know, this is how they work. You simply place the wool dryer balls in the dryer with your wet clothes, press start. Once you have that dryer going, the Woolseys bounce their way in between all those layers of wet clothes and sheets that would otherwise be stuck together. And what that does is it allows for hot air to circulate and get everything drier faster, up to 25% faster. Not kidding. And they're also acting as an eco-friendly fabric softener. And just a note, if you're that person that has a wool sensitivity, these don't shed and they're safe for you. So if you want to take your laundry up a notch, add a few drops of these essential oils. They're included to the Woolseys and make them smell amazing. Everything smells amazing. And instead of spending money on dryer sheets over and over and over and over, get a pack of these. Right now, we are offering 25% off. Packs come in 3 or 6 with the 3 essential oils included. Start saving time and money. Go to asadeals.com now.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Infinite Legacy.
Organ donation is a selfless act that allows one to turn death into the gift of life. Here with us is one such recipient of the gift of life, Donna Pierce. Donna, welcome to the show today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
All right, so can you tell us about your personal connection to organ donation?
Absolutely. I actually am a 23-year heart valve transplant recipient, and I currently own a gym, Arnold Fitness, in Baltimore, Maryland. It's actually in the Pikesville area.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how has your life changed since being given the gift of life?
It completely changed. I was born with a congenital heart condition. After my transplant, I have been able to live a life that I never thought possible, and I've overcome all of those physical and mental challenges, and I'm living my life to the fullest, which is amazing. Yeah.
That is amazing. So you're a miracle. You're like a miracle standing in front of us. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's the process of waiting for an organ transplant like?
Well, it's a little bit different for me because I'm a tissue recipient, so I wasn't on a transplant waiting list. So tissue is a little bit different in the sense that they basically when I went in for my surgery, they had a few heart valves kind of ready to go, and then once I was opened up and they were inside, they determined which one I received, which one was the best fit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that is a little different. All right,
it's a little bit different, yeah.
So what is something that you would say, though, to a person who's considering organ donation or organ donor registration?
Oh, my gosh. That we inside of us, we all have the ability to save 8 lives and to also enhance the lives of 75 recipients through tissue donation. So it's 8 lives through organ donation and 75 lives can be changed through tissue transplants. And so, it's almost like having a superpower, right? We have the ability inside all of us to be able to change so many lives. Being an organ donor is just one of the most selfless acts that you can do. And it's really to be able to think of others, when there's a tragedy in someone's family, and to make that decision even ahead of time, it's just the ultimate gift, and you have the ability to change lives for forever.
Okay, so where can people go for more information?
Yeah, actually, they can go to the MVA site, or even go to a destination, or they can go to infinitelegacy.org to find out more information on how to become a donor.
All right, good to know. Great information, and thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you so much. Okay, take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Coming up, a local organization is on a mission to encourage and nurture youth to live their best lives. How you can join in on this effort, that's coming up. And this Friday is World Sleep Day. Next, the sleep expert joins us to explain why we should be taking this holiday to heart.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Our next guest has worked in the community for many years, and her organization, the B.org, continues to inspire the youth. Tony A. Lawson is the founder and executive director and joins us now on Be More Lifestyle. Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
You're big on encouraging and nurturing the youth. Why did you choose this approach?
Yeah, so we just realized the gap. We actually started this organization 9 years ago, and unfortunately, it was at the story of a young lady who told me that nobody in Baltimore ever makes it. And my heart was broken. I just felt like, you know, all students, all youth, all children should have the confidence and have the support to achieve their wildest dreams.
Wow. And so what is the mission of the organization? Because you guys do a lot.
Yeah, our mission is to help our young people build up their confidence, their leadership skills to go beyond the dream and achieve remarkable excellence.
And how do you accomplish this? Because I think we often see stories about the challenges. So share some of the solutions. How do you get to that? How do you do it?
Yeah, so social and emotional learning is at the core of all the work that we do with our young people. Those are those critical life skills, the leadership, the communication skills that aren't necessarily taught during the school day. We focus on those things in the out of school time space. So after school, we're teaching confidence, leadership, conflict resolution, emotional awareness, along with STEM and college and career readiness.
I love it so much. And again, now, your outfit looks amazing.
Thank
the sneaker ball is coming out now. You see that? We see the dress. We see the dress.
Yes.
Let's get a shot of those sneakers because the oh, wait a minute. Go ahead, Sister Hirachi.
These are the star of the show.
And so tell us about the upcoming Sneakers Ball.
Yeah, so Sneaker Ball is this Saturday, March the 18th. It is a black tie gala, but clearly you must wear your sneakers. So it's a party with a purpose, and your feet will not hurt because you will have on your sneakers to be able to dance all night. All proceeds go back to benefit all of our programs, all of the youth in Baltimore City throughout the Baltimore region, to help us further our mission, help us to continue to provide after-school programs and enrichment programs, just help us allow more students to achieve their wildest dreams.
That is so cool. So how can people follow you?
Yeah, so we're on Instagram at THEBEORG. You can also find us online at www.thebeorg.com. And yeah, we would love to have so many of you join us on Saturday in your finest.
Tony, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for your organization. Appreciate you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, cold and blustery winds here at home, but it's nice and sunny in the Sunshine State. Here's America's best weather with, of course, Jasmine.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, these photos coming in from Florida. The sunrise this morning looks absolutely stunning. You've got the water in the background and the palm trees, and the sun's starting to peek through. Absolutely gorgeous there. And of course, Florida has the nice and warm temperatures. For us, it's feeling a little more like winter as we get closer to the actual start of spring on Monday. We're dealing with breezy conditions, and that's going to contribute to how it feels for most of the day. It's going to feel a little cooler than actual temperatures. 42 right now with plenty of sunshine over Baltimore. Notice our winds around 25 miles per hour. That's leading to a wind chill of just 32 degrees. We're seeing temperatures mainly in the 30s and 40s across the state with plenty of sunshine. As we look toward western Maryland, we have cooler numbers, 23 in Oakland. That's the outlier. But otherwise, we're still seeing those breezy conditions. It is windy across much of the state with winds around 20, 30 miles per hour in some areas. We do have a wind advisory in place for parts of the state that continues into a little later on into the afternoon. Make sure that you are securing any outdoor belongings that could easily be blown away. Winds will be a factor all afternoon. We'll have plenty of sunshine, though, as our temperatures reach the upper 40s and low 50s. Then overnight, it gets cold and we near freezing. We'll start the morning with more clouds, but those clear into the afternoon, and we're in for a nice warm-up, making it feel more like spring. High temperatures will reach the 50s and the 60s. Then as we head into Friday, it'll be another warm day, but we have the next weather maker on the way, and that's going to lead to a couple of spotty showers. After that, rain continues overnight and then into Saturday, but we stay dry on Sunday and into the upcoming work week. As we head into the afternoon, again, temperatures reach the low 50s. We'll stay below average, but we'll have plenty of sunshine. Then we're looking at 62 tomorrow, 64 on St. Patrick's Day. If you plan on enjoying the holiday, just remember the rain gear. We drop to the 50s on Saturday, 40s on Sunday. Then for the first day of spring, we'll be below average with highs around 52. But we do warm up for the rest of the work week. Back to you.
Your typical food delivery gone wrong, why one DoorDash driver walks away with a customer's food order. That's coming up next.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by The Joint Chiropractic.
March 17th is World Sleep Day, but studies show that Americans won't be properly celebrating. According to the CDC, more than 1 in 3 adults don't get enough sleep. Here to explain why we should be taking the holiday to heart is Dr. Stephen Knopf, Vice President of Chiropractic and Compliance at The Joint Chiropractic. Why is a good night's sleep so important for our health?
Well, like you said, the CDC cites that 1 out of 3 adults are not getting enough sleep. They typically recommend a minimum of at least 7 hours every night consistently to maintain your overall health and wellness. Now, if you're not able to get that, it can impact a lot of different areas of your health, including your heart health, your immune system, so you might get sick more often. It can impact your mood or your mental health. So sleep is just foundationally so important for a lot of different areas of our health and wellness.
So, Doc, what are the common causes that prevent a proper night's rest?
As a chiropractor, we really see 3 big reasons from our patients why they're not getting great sleep. The first is just annoying aches and pains where it's causing them to toss, turn, they can't get comfortable throughout the night. And so we help a lot of patients achieve better rest through chiropractic adjustments. The next is just general stress and anxiety. People have a hard time turning off their brains throughout the evening. They're thinking about their day or upcoming events, and they just have a hard time mentally relaxing. The third is just bad sleep routines. So it's really important to establish when you're going to bed and when you're going to wake up consistently. And alongside that, also having some good limitations around when you turn off your cell phone and your laptop and stop using your devices before you go to bed.
Yeah, that's the one that gets me. So share some tips for how we get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, just a couple of top tips for everybody. The first is for most people, sleeping on your back is the best position on a firm mattress. That provides a lot of great support to your spine, allows your body to relax, and allows you to fall asleep faster. The next is we typically recommend just taking 5-10 minutes at the end of your day to go through some full body stretching. You've just put your body through a lot. This helps relax and ease muscle tension so that you can fall asleep better. And finally, going back to what I talked about first, if you have aches and pains that aren't allowing you to sleep well, that's usually a good indicator that it's time to talk to your local chiropractor to see if you can be helped through chiropractic care to get better rest.
And Doc, look, I love your voice. Your voice makes me feel comfortable and ready to, take a nap. But where can people go to get more information?
For more information on sleep and chiropractic, it's easy. You can visit thejoint.com.
Thanks again, Doc. We appreciate you, okay?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
A DoorDash driver refused to give a man his food after he only tipped her $8 for a delivery in 2021. The man seemingly left a measly tip of $8 when she went on a 12.5-mile trip for the food. The driver then ultimately told the customer she was leaving with his delivery. Several people slammed the driver for her behavior. And we wanted you to tell it. Would you leave a small tip if you're on your takeout order, arrive late? Most of you are saying, not a big deal. Oh, wow, okay. Great show lined up for tomorrow. Going to have a diva hair expert on to show you the latest hairstyles and her mission to restore women's hair, mind, body, and soul.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
And as always, thanks so much for having us in your home. Make sure you follow us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hey, follow me on Instagram. I need some more followers. The Mark Clark Show. Have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow.